Melissa Kelly presiding over the action here tonight between Elvin Ayala in the white trunks and Francis Hogan in the blue and yellow. Francis Hogan has that color pattern from those Boston Red Sox, Boston Marathon jerseys that you see a lot when they play at Fenway Park. And again, we're going to see early on what Ayala has left in the tank, and you could go on for days about Ayala's resume. He was a very big proponent of the boxing revival here in New England. He started his pro career at 16-0, parlayed that into a big opportunity against David Banks, a world title shot against Arthur Abraham. He had a showdown with Sergio Mora, and then after those fights, had another revival right around 2009. He linked up with manager Massimo Ligori, who had always been a friend, and Massimo Ligori brought him into that New Haven family, and he became a huge draw in the Connecticut area. Foxwoods, Mohegan Sun. He became a headliner-type fighter, and then parlayed that into more opportunities. He was at the time training with Peter Manfredo Sr. He had switched up camps from Luis Rosa. So he has gone through, I feel like, a man of three careers in many ways. Like he's had different levels along the way, but he's had some big-time fights, Ray. He's fought, we mentioned Arthur Abraham and Sergio Mora. He's fought Alantez Fox, Vaughn Alexander, Junior Castillo, the late Patrick Day. I mean, he's been there with a lot of guys, and the best way to describe it, it's experience.
Does he have anything left?
That's the question.
We keep talking about Ayala. He has something to prove. I think Hogan got more to prove. Like you said, he got dropped in the one-round fight.
He did.
That's on his mind. That's on everybody's mind. We all seen it. So he has something to prove today. If I take this guy out, I ain't never left. I just had a bump in the road, and I'm here. So everyone got that droppage he had, that he got dropped in. So I believe he has more to prove than Ayala. Ayala already proved everything. I'm the old man coming out here.
Yeah.
I just got to last 8 rounds.
No, you're absolutely right. All the pressure's on Frank Hogan. He's supposed to win this fight.
Yes.
Ayala, to some people, has no business being in the ring with Francis Hogan. And I don't agree with that sentiment, but he doesn't have anything to lose. Like you said, he's 43. If he loses, goes back into retirement.
Yes.
Like it never happened. Hogan cannot afford a loss here against a veteran like Elvin Ayala. That, to me, would be a step down and knock him down a peg. And I think that TCL format, it served as a great reminder to some fighters just about preparation. You didn't really have a lot of time. You didn't know who you were fighting on most nights. And you were in matchups that you may not typically take in a 6 or 8 round fight.
Yes.
And, Francis Hogan would not go in the ring with a Money Powell IV without there being a lot more, circumstance behind it, right? But a one-round format, you go in there and you do what you have to do. That's the TCL format.
You don't pick your fights.
You don't pick your fights.
They pick them for you.
They pick them for you. And I don't want to use the word expose. I think that's a little bit harsh.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes you may see a chink in the armor at times from different fighters in that format, and maybe that was one for Francis Hogan. And if anything, you turn it into a blessing and use it as a wake-up call.
When it first happened, that's exactly what I said, that these fighters that we have, I don't know I wanted to put them in, because we're going to see some of their flaws. And when they come back to regular boxing, is it going to be out there? We don't want to see their flaws. We saw Hogan get hit. So everybody's asking, does he have a chin?
Right.
Yes, he has a chin.
I will say this as we go into round number 2. We have one round on the books. I would say Elvin's footing looks better than it did in that TCL bout.
To you. Not to me.
So you're seeing the same thing.
I seen something different. I saw him still picking up his lead foot like he wants to kick. Is that his style? I don't remember watching him doing that.
It goes so far back that I don't recall that. Now, I thought when we saw those TCL fights against Ray Robinson, that was a totally different Elvin Ayala than I had seen before. And in my mind, in your mind, we thought nothing left in the legs. I thought maybe he looked a little bit better. I think I'm being a little bit more generous than you are probably there.
No, he looked a little bit better than he did in those fights. But he's still picking up that lead foot. Which, to me, why? Why? With a guy with your experience, no one has seen you pick up that lead foot.
Like, is there something else to that mentally?
Watch his lead foot. He picks it up with like he's going to kick something.
And it's not hard to see because he has different colored shoes on as well.
Yeah.
So he's got the black shoes and the red shoes.
And he's leaning on his back leg, which Hogan would love. You lean on you're putting your power on your back leg? Why? Even off your power.
I mean, I would expect Ayala to be more on the defensive than Hogan. I mean, he's been an offensive fighter, more closer toward his prime. Hogan, obviously, in the prime of his career at 25. You expect Hogan to come forward. But right to the rib cage, and Ayala crumples to the canvas.
His leg, like I said.
And there he is. Now he's limping. as he gets up. And this Melissa Kelly's on a call time here. Ray, I think you may be right on the money. He took a shot to the rib cage, and his leg just gave way, that back leg.
I said he's putting more of the weight on the back leg. Why is he kicking his front leg?
Once again, Ray Oliveira calls it. Here is a replay, Ray. Let's see if we can see what happens here. Just kind of bent that ankle backward. I mean, the impact of the shot and the footwork. And now you got the ringside physician coming in and checking out Ayala's ankle. And I don't know, Ray, this may be ending abruptly. If he can't walk on it, he can't fight. I think a combination of things just played a factor. Hogan landed a nice shot to the body, right to the ribcage area, and they got to call it. That's it. Melissa Kelly waves it off. The ringside physician says no go. Francis Hogan gets the knockout victory over Elvin Ayala, who, by all accounts of what we've seen, at least from our vantage point, is forced to retire due to injury.
Yeah.
You said it, Ray. I mean, here it is again, another angle.
I can see, I kept saying he's picking up his front leg. He's putting weight all on his back leg. When he got hit, I didn't see nothing happen, but he couldn't hold the power on that leg. His weight, on that leg. He didn't twist his ankle. He didn't twist his knee. His hip didn't turn. He just couldn't put the power on that back leg. Boxing's done. As much as you love it, I love it too, but I ain't even hitting the heavy bag.
You know, unfortunately, it may be the end of what's been a brilliant career for Elvin Ayala, a well-traveled veteran who reached heights that few could say they've reached.
Yes.
And he's done it all in that ring, and it's unfortunate if this is the end for him. It's unfortunate to see him go out like that due to injury. But as you mentioned, Ray, we talked about father time and all those things. An unfortunate ending for Ayala, who needs help just getting back to the dressing room as the ringside physician's helping him make his way across. He can't put any weight on that back foot. And you saw it right away.
It's my opinion what I say. I'm not saying I'm always right.
Sure.
It's my opinion. Prove me wrong, I'm happy. When you prove me right, I'm still happy. Either way, I'm happy. But you know what? Prove me wrong, I'm happy. Prove me, you're happy. You know, I just think that, I don't know, you got nothing to prove. You're a winner in life.
All right, let's send it back up to Pat Sullivan with the particulars.
Referee Melissa Kelly calls a stop to the fight in 44 seconds in round number 2 for your winner by TKO, Francis Hogan. All right, Francis, a.k.a. Frank the Tank,